Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to use the blender to make a super shake. This is a great way to add in an extra meal, especially if you're somebody who is having a hard time maybe early in the day, you don't like to actually cook, eat. This is a quick little thing that I do often. I probably do this 3-4 times a week, and I highly recommend it for people that are having a hard time getting that extra meal. This is also a great meal that you can have post-workout for those of you that might have difficulty eating right after a workout, which can happen, especially after a very intense workout. The smoothie, the super shake, is a great option to get a balance of all of our carbs, proteins, and fats. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we have 6 easy steps. Okay, and you can. There's a lot of different options within these steps, but I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do today. So the first thing you want to do is pick your liquid. So I'm using coconut milk. You can use anything: coconut milk, almond milk, real milk, or if you're trying to go for less calories, then you can simply use water. So today I'm using a coconut milk. What's really important here is to get the one without the sugar. Okay. So if you're going for almond milk, you're going for coconut milk, soy milk, do the one without the added sugar. The next one you're going to do is your protein. So you're going to pick your protein powder. I'm doing just basic whey protein here, and you want to pick a protein powder that is just that, protein. Okay. Some of these other powders with all the added stuff into it, you want to keep it simple. So I'm just going with a simple whey protein here today. If you're going plant-based, a basic plant-based protein is just as good. Next, we're going to go with our veggies. So we're going to go with spinach today. Super easy. It's a green that you're not really going to taste in your smoothie. So we're going to go with spinach today, and then we're going to go with our fruit. Okay. So I'm going to go with just some mixed berries, and a little hack here, guys: frozen. So this way, you're going to get a colder smoothie, and it's going to taste delicious with the frozen fruits here. And then for our fat, I'm going to go with the almond butter. Okay, again, go with almond butter without all the added sugar and all that stuff. Or a thing that a lot of people don't realize: you can use an avocado and do half an avocado in your smoothie if you want a little bit more of that creamy texture to your smoothie, and that's a great way to get the fat. Lastly, you're gonna add your little topper, okay? So this is like for that added goodness and maybe a little bit of added protein as well. So I'm using Greek yogurt. So I'm just gonna add maybe 1 to 2 spoonfuls of Greek yogurt into my smoothie for that little added topper. And then cacao nibs, okay? So that's just my little fancy, that's a bonus if you wanna go there. All right, so let's make the shake. So I don't really measure when it comes to the liquid. I just kind of wing it. If you want a creamier smoothie, you go less liquid. If you want a more liquidy smoothie, obviously go more liquid. So that's about good right there. I'm gonna add remember, for protein here, for protein powder, my 1 palm of protein is about 1 scoop, 25 grams. 2 palms of protein would be 2 scoops. So I'm gonna go, because I'm using this Greek yogurt on the back end, which does have protein in it, I'm gonna go 1 scoop, so 1 palm, and then I'm gonna go half palm, okay? So I'm gonna go half a scoop. So 1.5 scoops of my protein, so that's 1.5 palms of protein. Then I'm gonna grab my veggie. Remember, we wanna get 1 to 2 fistfuls of veggie per meal. So I'm grabbing 1 and 2. Okay, so my 2 fistfuls of veggies. I want, for my carbohydrates, I want 1 to 2 cup handfuls of carbs. I'm gonna go a little, my workout's not gonna be till later in the day today, so I'm just gonna go 1 cup handful of carb. So again, I'm just using my hand portions here. So that's roughly my 1 cup handful right there, okay? If I were to do this closer to a workout, I would definitely do 2 cup handfuls just to get some more carbs so I can have more of that energy to replenish that glycogen throughout workouts. So the next one I'm gonna use is my almond butter. So I'm gonna grab, remember, 1 to 2 thumbs worth of our healthy fat. So I'm just gonna do, that's about 1 thumb and roughly 1.5, 2 thumbs right there. Okay, so again, notice I'm using my hand as a guide to the amount of food, and I'm doing my topper with my Greek yogurt. You can use any type of yogurt here. Again, go with the one without all the added sugar. So remember, I only use for my protein. Remember, Greek yogurt and whole fat yogurt is going to have some of this protein in it. So 1.5 palms, and then right here, I'm kind of adding that last little bit of that palm. So now I got 2 palms of protein in here. All right. Save that spoon actually, because you're gonna need it. Here we go. Put it on, and I'm gonna keep it on low setting. I'm gonna grind this sucker up. Stop about midway and make sure that you just kind of scrape off any of the sides, if there's anything stuck to the sides. That way you get all the ingredients. A lot of times it's going to happen with your fats or your proteins. They might get stuck to the side there. So, and then I'm going to finish it off. And boom, let's take a look at this. All right, so grab myself a glass and let's look at this magic. Beautiful. Nice color from those berries. And again, guys, just because I like to keep it a little bit bougie, like I'm at a restaurant or something, I like to add it with a little bit of cacao nibs. So just a little bit right there, nothing crazy. Just put those on the top. That way you kind of satisfy that little sweet tooth. And bottoms up. Cheers, guys. That's really good. And I got my liquid meal, my super shake. So you guys enjoy. Try to play around with your ingredients and use your hand guide for the amount of ingredients that you put into your shake. All right. Okay, so another quick little hack that you can use with your fruits or your carbs is so I like to buy the frozen berries, which is 100% fine. And again, it adds some coldness to the smoothie. It adds a ton of flavor. And but another thing that I love to use is bananas. And so instead of just using the banana just right from the kitchen, one thing you can do, especially if they're starting to get old, is freeze your bananas. So I like to do it in, you kind of see my baggie that I keep here. I like to do it in fourths because I know that one banana yields about 27 grams of carbs, or 1 cupped handful of carb. And so when I do it like this, I know that it's really easy. If I get 2 of these, if I just want half of a cupped handful, I know I just grab 2 bananas and I'm getting about roughly 13, 15 grams of carbs. But I like to keep it in these fourths because then it's way easier for measuring the amount of carbs that I'm getting into my smoothie. But again, just cut it in fourths here. And next time I go to make my smoothie, I will have delicious bananas ready to go. And I'm just gonna throw that in the freezer, and there you go.